My horrible parents used us as their punching bag throughout our childhood, but I realized all the sacrifices my older brother made for us and it's time to pay him back. Me and my siblings grew up in a highly abusive environment. When he was 18 he did an internship for a local ad office that was looking for employees, and after a few weeks he got the job and he was making good money. After he moved out he found an apartment with enough space for all of us, and from that on he tried everything to get us out of there. A bit later my parents got arrested because my younger sister came to school with bruises from the beating she took from our mom before. After my brother was gone we had to take the beatings, but at least we didn't have to wait for long. After my parents got arrested we started to live with my brother. He had to do a bit more stuff so that my younger siblings could live with us too, but he somehow managed to convince authorities to let them stay with us. I will never understand where he took all his energy from to do all this. I was still underage when we continued to live with him, but in his new job he made enough money to make sure we had it good and he finally gave us the loving and caring home we craved for such a long time. I adore him so much. He was so selfless all the time and rather took care of us than of himself. When I woke up I went to get some breakfast and when I passed my brother's door I heard him crying in his room. I knocked at his door and went inside, and the moment he saw me he wiped away his tears and smiled. He asked if I was fine. I didn't felt the need to answer. I just hugged him. He couldn't hold in his tears any longer and I told him that he should probably go to therapy because what he went through would be way too much to handle for everyone. I adore him so much and I will forever be grateful for every sacrifice he did for us. I will help my brother and I will make sure he feels loved too. He deserves to have a safe space too. He wants to be ours, so I want to be his. So in the last 3 months I got a job and earned money myself. I wanted to take some weights off his shoulders and took care of many things so that he doesn't has to. After everything he went through he deserves a break and I try to make sure he learns to take care of his mental health, which is still pretty bad after everything that happened. I honestly underestimated how bad it was and still is. I think that this shield he created to protect himself through the years of trauma is now going to crumble. But with it down now all the emotions held back and all the pent-up pain come up and emotional breakdowns happen way too often. He is aware of that and he tries to control it, but it doesn't work. He's in therapy, but it will take a while for him to feel better. You see, my younger siblings and me were traumatized too, but at least we were kept safe enough by him so that we could express and let out our emotions. He never had that safe space. He had to bottle up everything. It's a good thing that now he has us as his safe space, but I just don't know if it's enough. He is the most important person in our life and we will be there for him. We make sure every day that he's loved. I mentioned in the previous post that his birthday in a month. On that day we got him a birthday cake and some presents. We celebrated with him. It was wonderful. I know I probably talk too much about him, but I feel so bad that everything traumatizing that happened to him came from him protecting us. I can't stop feeling guilty, or that I at least should have interfered way earlier. He assured me it's not my fault and I know that, but it's hard to describe. Just imagine you walk across a street and a car is about to hit because you didn't pay attention before crossing the street and someone pushes you aside to save you. But then this person doesn't have legs anymore and you can't stop feeling guilty because you know the person probably would have kept their legs if you would have just paid attention earlier. That's how I feel. All I know is that I will be there for him. That's the least I can do.